Hey, realized I hadn't really posted anything in some time. So I thought while I went around to tinker and tweak the forest, I would talk about some of the tinkering and tweaking I'm doing. And one of the principles that I'm approaching this whole project with is that I will go through a hardcore hurricane more than once before I leave this earth. And I learned from other people's orchards that you don't want things getting too tall or the wind's going to blow them over. And then the other problem with letting things go naturally tall is that they will be bird food. Or you might get hurt trying to get your fruit from your tree because you got to use a big orchard ladder or actually climb up in it. Or in some cases, like with artocarpus, you'd send the children up to go get the fruit or knock them down. So I'm not doing that. I've kind of learned, I think, from other people's mistakes, and I believe a key part of the whole trick is when your tree does its initial spike, bend it, and then eventually or pretty soon after clip it, but bend it, right? Redirect that apical growth, create an octopus of a base to your tree so that you can play in it, right? Like it's like a tree you want to put a tree house in, or little kids see it and they're like, oh, that's so cool, I want to climb up there. Well, that starts in the beginning, not after the tree has gotten up, 15, 20 feet or whatever. So this canistel here, for instance, I have clipped, and it's divided out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It's got, a good set of branches. It's rebranching here. But I bent this bugger over at an angle, right? Look at that, see? And I just got it stretched over and posted to this old cacao. And this is my living example of why you don't keep a chocolate in a pot. This is my oldest one on the property, and it still hasn't thrown a flower. This chompadeck here is going to probably get a little bend or more of a topping, because the ones that I've seen of these stay kind of short and bushy. So really that chocolate's probably going to go when this guy takes over the zone. This jackfruit, like all the jackfruits I have going, because jackfruits get big, and if they're not big, they're bushy. So gotta bend them. And this one I've also clipped too, so it's dividing. And then from these divides, I'll probably let these get 4 feet taller, a little thicker. And then I'm going to bend it again, and I'm going to go out to the left here. And so as this tree starts to develop, it's going to get a big curve and out and around. I want a big, like, swoopy branch with jackfruit hanging off of it. It's going to be awesome. And then all my cacaos, I basically let them go up and do their natural first split. And I took out some of the apical, like right in the center branches to give the center air, and then took a lot of the tips off to encourage the lateral branching. I got pretty good bushes. Mind you, these guys are only a few years old now, and I am kind of constantly fighting a little efforts at new growth, but that's what chocolate does. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see this jackfruit here, and this thing's responding great. Look at this. Oh, look at all that new growth. All right, I think I had to change cameras here. My GoPro just wet the bed, you might say. I wouldn't buy one of those. If you are going to spend that kind of money, there's a lot of options out there. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, this new growth here, after I put a really good bend, tying it over to this betel palm. I hope it's a betel palm. I'm pretty sure it's a betel palm. And I may not keep all of these, but look at that. Even the branch is putting an apical growth, right? Like two of them actually. So, and then these can be staked out and away, right, to create more shape, because these are going to be your base fundamental shape of the tree, right? This is the bottom trunk, this is the oldest part. And so look, I'll show you on my meringue over here, because I really did it to that guy. I've actually done it to a couple of my meringues. They're a little cranky. They don't want to bend over quite as easy. See, even my nutmeg here, I've got a big bend in it. I'm not going to mess with them too much though. Luckily they drop when they're ready. Try and get through the jungle. All my soursops have all been bent and tweaked out and trimmed to get this base very friendly and open, so you can like go up into the tree to get those fruit. So don't even let any of those branches get in your way first. Yeah, now it's kind of hard to tell with the sunlight out. We're contrasting so much. So this is all marang from seed, only a couple of few years old, really starting to take shape. And underneath all this turmeric and ginger here, we can see that my base is bent and everything's getting worked outward, splayed out. Like, you know, you kind of want to like pull these, or you can kind of see from the side here, they got a little kink to them because I've been trying to get the gingers to push on them. I kind of got this one tied a little bit. Should probably tie it up higher now and bend it a little more. But so from one head, I have 3 more that came out of the base of that. I did take some off too. Actually, I think I got 4 more. I just can't see the one. But the same thing with the marang. Marangs grow fast and they get big. I mean, look at the size of that leaf. That was so pretty. But they grow fast, they get big, and then all of a sudden those fruit are out on the end of the branches and you're never going to get to them, and they just splat. Right when they're ripe, they hit the ground and splat. So I did the same thing with my star fruit here. And I'm probably still going to cut some larger branches out as time goes and let these get a little tall. I'm not going to let them go too much more than that. It's supposed to be a dwarf variety. We'll see about that. Oh, and see, this one pulled the stake out of the ground already for the most part. They kind of, I'll just stake them in, tie them down. Maybe do the garden hose part on this, especially if the bark is really tender. I just don't have any garden hose because, well, for reasons unknown. But same thing, beautiful crown, nipped it, got new growth coming out here. And so when the day comes, this thing's going to be an approachable base. You'll always be able to climb up in the thing. So anyway, oh, well, I'm going to point out these ice cream beans here too. They're just starting to flower already. We're not even like maybe 3 years with the ice cream beans. Stuck these 2 down here to create privacy between us and the road. And they've turned into a nice arch. But they're such fast growers. You have to cut them, you have to bend them, you have to tweak them, or they're going to take the whole place over. And they don't mind it. They actually take cutting and trimming and bending really, really well. So yeah, this is my ice cream bean arch. But yeah, just want to talk about how we do, because otherwise, you know, if a jackfruit or something like that gets unbent and gets out of control, there's not much to do with them. It's all bird food. The hurricanes are going to blow them over and it's going to break your garage. See, I got this guy's bent all the way over. Look at that. I'm going to create a big jackfruit arch. I think that'll work. It's already off to a good start. Yeah. Anyway, that's how we do. Hope it works for you. Aloha.